Hey, so look out for, because it's almost football season. Can you believe that? On this, the last show of our cycle, Drew and Sue will be coming back, and we're going to be talking football here very soon. Circa Million and Circa Survivor, $21 million in guaranteed prizes in Circa Million or Circa Survivor. There is no rake, so if entries go above the guarantee, all the extra money will go into the prize pool. Entry opened a couple months ago, but it closes September 6th. So you got lots of time to get in. You must register in person at Circa Sportsbook, Nevada, and weekly picks can be made through a proxy that you can register with.
This is your typical Survivor pool if you ever played in one. You pick a team each week, and then if your team doesn't win that week, you're eliminated. But if they do win that week, you move on, and you keep going. And the cool thing about this is at the $1,000 entry level, it's the last person standing is winning $15 million.
That's insane.
At minimum. And that can raise depending on if they go above where they're gonna get the entries. But like $15 million seems pretty cool.
What I like about Circa Million too is that, hey, listen, you know how Jesse's really good at this and Steve and I are not? Mm-hmm. The entry that does the worst gets a $100,000 booby prize.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so check it out. Circa Million or Circa Survivor.
No, hold on.
What?
Would your strategy be to go for that one?
I'm sure there are people that are like, how do I get the worst?
Yeah, because
of course.
I don't even think it's going to go to the person who ends up worse. It's going to go to the person who strategizes to pick the worst team.
How to be the worst.
I got news for you. It's just as hard to pick the loser.
Yeah.
It's just as hard. 1,000,000%. Take it from me.
All right, so check it out. Circa Sportsbook in Nevada. And again, you can make your weekly picks via proxy. When you register, it'll all be signed up for you. Check out Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Let's start the show.
The Steve Dangle Podcast with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go! Oh, new shirt, Jesse. New shirt. Go for that. Also, welcome to the gun show, Steve Dangle. Wow.
I like doing this last show every year. Just wearing a tank to let you all know I'm about to leave for the next month.
That you're yoked?
And also just establish dominance. Just let motherfuckers know. All right?
It's also good that you wore the Jays tank top that you're wearing. If you're listening to this and you can't see it,
no.
Look, there's a duck.
It's not a duck.
It's a seagull.
It's a seagull. Jesse, how did I get this seagull?
We picked it. We won it from a bunch of tickets at the rec room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That was nice of you.
Yeah. So
I didn't know you did that.
It has a fry in its mouth. It's a really good plushie. It's high quality plushie.
It's a cheeky seagull.
Did your kids see it this morning?
No, Jesse gave it to me this morning.
I gave it to him today.
Yeah.
They may never see this.
Do you know what it's called? Do you know what his name is?
Steven Seagull.
No,
that would have been good
close.
though.
Yeah.
His name is Sonny.
Sonny Seagull.
Sonny the Seagull. It says here.
You know, one criticism, like, is it a ringed bill gull? Is it a laughing gull?
My goodness.
Is it a herring gull?
You should take a picture of that and put it in the Merlin app and see what happens.
That's actually a great idea.
Will it identify it as a seagull?
Let's see.
And tell you what kind of seagull it is. I'll hold it up for you.
Yeah, thank you. It's struggling.
Oh, it's flying. Oh. It's flying. Oh, you caught it.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
We're going to do this on the show.
I used a Pokeball.
We're doing this on the show.
How does seagull sounds?
The only thing we ever done worse on this show was that time we tried to play that trivia game that everybody was playing. Remember that nightly trivia game?
Friggin'
HQ?
HQ, I think.
HQ sucked.
Yeah, and we tried to do it on the show.
Suck.
It was terrible.
It wasn't a great game show for the thing.
No, that's not still. There you go. Good enough. Oh, that's a great. There you go.
Yeah.
So let's see if it identifies it. It is not stupid, Madeline.
It's pretty stupid.
Identify. Well, it came up with different birds. It thinks it's a swan goose or it could be a gray lag goose. Yeah, that's a shame. It didn't guess ring-billed gull.
Maybe we got to do a better angle next time.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Sonny.
Yeah.
Adam, you want me to try this a couple more times to really,
Could you
perfect
do me a
it?
favor and not do it on the show?
You want me to really make the bit pop?
I was going to say that it was good that you were wearing a Toronto Blue Jays shirt because the Jays just got former Cy Young winner Shane Bieber.
to see Sonny. There
Shane
you go.
B. Steve, Jesse's not even paying attention.
No, fourth member of the show, Sonny's here.
Hey, Sonny. What do you think of the Shane Bieber trade?
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
I
Put
concur.
that fucking thing away, for God's sakes. Jeez,
I concur, Sonny.
terrible. Why would anyone listen to this?
Because it's very
For
good.
Sonny's hot
It's
takes.
nobody's gonna listen to this.
Oh, here, just go ahead and listen to CJ's show or listen to 32 Thoughts. All right, get fucked. They're off.
It's true.
We're still here. Sorry.
We got no other pod's got this.
No, this is very good stuff. I can't wait for,
Sonny.
Adam, forget Shane Bieber. I cannot wait for Nick Robertson to sign with the Leafs after the show.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Almost
At
for sure.
6 p.m. when this is live, he's signing.
Yep.
And I think we all agree that this isn't getting to arbitration because nothing's getting to arbitration. And the Nick Robertson contract doesn't seem like it should be contentious.
He's the last man standing.
Like there's
no one left.
There's a middle ground for this player who's not like he's not a world beater where we need to like fight over the dollars. And it's not something that I think the Leafs are gonna take to arbitration. Like
Adam, do you have any news on that?
Well, so what's weird is that I've heard reports that the in-person arbitration hearing was canceled. Ooh. But I don't know that matters because you could just do it over Zoom.
Oh.
So I
well, that's very underwhelming.
I think you could.
All right.
I think you could. I mean, I don't act. Here's the thing. Alan's on vacation.
Right.
CJ's on vacation.
Right.
And so I don't know. I don't want to like message them and go, "Hey guys, tell me what you know about the various arbitration filing things that you've been through, and what can you report or whatever." So I haven't bothered them with it, but I would assume that that they are either doing this on Zoom or they've canceled it because they're close. And what's interesting about this is that when you look at what Connor Timmins just made, now remember he's a puck-moving, right-shot defenseman, but he just signed a 2-year, $4.4 million contract. So that's $2.2 million a year. Nick Robertson made like $800,000 last year, okay? Roughly. Yeah. I don't think that people are going to be thrilled with that number, whatever it is, because I think the number is going to eat most of the cap space that they have remaining, and I think that people are not ready to see or hear that.
No, what is becoming more and more obvious the more this summer goes on is if you get a player on a pre-existing contract, you're probably getting a good deal. Like, oh man, Dakota Joshua, 3.2, bro. Dude, even OEL making whatever he makes, 3.6 or whatever. I can guarantee you if he was a UFA today, he'd be making more than that. All these guys are making more. Like Dylan Sandberg, that deal surprised me. Like, I've never seen a deal that kind of sucked for both.
You don't, well, because it's 3 years and it walks in base.
It's like kind of a lot now, but also like
short.
They're going to have to pay him way more later.
Yep.
Yeah, that deal was very confusing to me. He's a good player, so you should be happy that you have a good player on your team. That's what I always argue is like, okay, the ugly part's done, but now they're going to play games and he's going to be on your team. Are you happy or not? Robertson is going to get a number that I don't think anyone's going to be satisfied with him ever being a healthy scratch, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even Kampf, like you can afford to have him as an extra, but you probably shouldn't.
Well, you might start to have to get used to the fact that guys in the $2 million range might get healthy scratched.
There's already at least 2 teams in the NHL with 3 multi-million-dollar goalies.
Yeah.
Now, neither of them are good. There's Chicago and Anaheim. Depends who you ask, Adam. Yeah, it depends who you ask. We're in a new world.
By the way,
very new.
If you missed it last episode, I said if Mason McTavish does not sign and gets traded from the Ducks, I should be able to reserve my right to say that the Ducks are not making the playoffs.
You should be slapped.
And I got so many messages, and it was always the same chirp. It was like, the Verbeek check stop's coming, huh? I got
like that
so
one.
many DMs after that.
My big problem with that take was that 3 weeks after you said the Ducks would make the playoffs, you're already inching.
You need McTavish on the roster. Come on.
Let me finish. You're already moving off of that take.
So
you couldn't even sit next to it for a summer.
When it comes to Robertson, and I don't know what the actual number is going to be, and I don't know that. Oh man, is it going to be 2 or 1.8 or 2.2.
The dude who made $875 last year.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking tens of millions.
What's clear, though, is that I think the Leafs probably need to find a taker for at least one of Kampf, Yarncroke. It seems like it's going to be Kampf, by the way.
Well, signing
Or
Robertson,
potentially even Robertson.
signing Robertson, like if you're looking at the Puckpedia cap hit, gives them 15 forwards.
Yeah.
They're not going to have that. So worst case, they just waive guys and they go to the minors, or they waive them and they get picked up, or what you see on Puckpedia is not what they're starting the season with. I can guarantee it.
Is there a reason why you wouldn't? If you could afford 3 extra forwards, why the hell not?
Yeah, that's,
No one does that.
but like,
hold on, but
I don't
is that
think
an answer, though?
I don't think it needs to be done now. Because you signed Nick Robertson doesn't mean you have to trade David Kampf tomorrow, or you have to trade Robertson tomorrow. Like, because they have the salary cap space to keep Robertson on the roster until you get to training camp and figure something out then.
To answer Adam, like you absolutely could, to avoid losing a forward, but you're almost for sure losing a defenseman, right? Because then you won't have any extra defensemen, and you'll have to.
Well, you'll have 7.
No, you won't. You can't have 3. You can only have 3 extra people.
Oh, okay. So you do
Right.
need to drop a forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. That's the problem. Like, I can't think of a team that's done it. You can do 2 forwards and a D, or 2 D and a forward, or like guys are going to get waived. I wouldn't be surprised if they got claimed.
So the concern, though, is because, and Jesse said, you don't have to do this now, but traditionally, right around when training camp ends and people go on waivers, that's when they're at their least valuable, because nobody claims anybody because nobody has any cap space. This year, it's a lot different. There are plenty of teams with cap space.
It's very odd.
And there are guys that will get waived. And it's a question of will they get picked up, and
The problem is gonna be-
losing an asset for nothing.
The problem is going to be roster space.
Right.
Like your team limit is 23, right? Your 18 players, your 3 extras, and your 2 goalies. Mm-hmm. You could have 3 goalies in theory. Teams have done it. You could have that. You could have the max number of contracts, which is 50. I don't know how many teams are pushing the limit there. It's weird. There's a lot of new here. Particularly if you're a Leafs fan, right? Like, we haven't had this reality in a very long time.
Never had cap space.
Since
Ever.
even when they were bad, they didn't have it.
Well, they spent to the cap somehow. I don't know how they did it, but they did it.
Even during the rebuild years, they never had it.
Yeah. When Jared Smithson was centering their second line,
for God's
they were
sake.
still spending to the cap. It's crazy, but they were.
Hey, Peter Holland, you're on the first line tonight. Anyway, good luck out there.
And we've spent to the cap.
And we've spent to the cap. So it's new in that regard, but it's also new just in terms of, like, we all have to get used to the new value of certain players.
All right.
There were a bunch of 5-6 defensemen making $5-6 million, and I cannot wrap my head around it. It's going to take years for me to be like, oh, that was a good deal. Mm-hmm. I understand.
It's reset everything.
Yeah. What you don't want to be doing is spending the maximum amount of money at the reset, like at the moment of the reset, which is why, like, I've been praising
Like a
for a living.
Vancouver Canucks sort of thing where they're having to give up people that they maybe didn't want to.
Yeah, it's not great, right? So, Treliving, what he's been doing is going out and getting all these maybes.
Yeah.
But they might be grand slams, right? Like, Matthias Michelli would not have to be all that amazing to be completely worth it and then some.
Well, $3.5 million. Yeah.
Same with Joshua. Same with, Thrun has pretty much found money. Like, they haven't obviously gone out and got a ton of guys, but even the decision to, like, months ago, before free agency even began, I was like, hey, all their defensemen are locked up. That's odd, isn't it? And it ended up being clearly the right choice, because if they had gone out and gotten any of the available guys, they'd probably be over the cap right now.
Yeah. And I guess my question to you guys is, does Treliving, and I don't know the market, it's what I do know is that Brad Treliving is considered the tire kicker in chief, meaning a lot of general managers will not call around, will not talk to other general managers so much. They'll have 5 or 6 that they kind of reach out to, and the agents do a lot of the work there. Brad apparently calls everybody all the time.
Good.
Which I like.
What do you do all day?
Call people. Find out market value.
Brad! He calls people.
I guess my question is, do they risk, Jesse, if they don't get this done this summer, losing one of these guys for nothing, and then does it matter? Like, I'm thinking about a Sam Lafferty situation where they got him, and then they gave him to the Canucks, and he was valuable for the Canucks.
He was.
And he would have been valuable for the Leafs. Do you think there is a world where it's like, shit, we could have had... And by the way, every pick for the Leafs is needed, right? Draft capital is needed for the Leafs. Is that an issue? Is there some sort of forcing it there?
No, because the way the roster is currently constructed, if you don't include Cowan and Pezzetta on the roster, you have enough slots for everybody. That's the only hole in sending somebody down and having we're going to lose somebody potentially on waivers. You don't have to if you don't include Pezzetta and Cowan on the roster.
Right.
Like there's 3 scratches there, and
Pezzetta's not getting claimed.
Right. So I think the roster is fine, and there's a lot more maneuvering than it looks just looking at all of the forwards you have. Like, not all of them are going to be on the team, and you can send a couple of guys down. I feel like it's a very good place to be in where you have too many guys as opposed to too little.
It might be a crazy fall, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, do you think we'll get pre-American Thanksgiving trades? And I know we get one, but are we going to get multiple?
Yes, multiple. I think you're gonna get quite a few.
Because that's like the first 6-8 weeks.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the day before or the couple days before the season starts is always a gong show. Teams decide who's hurt and who isn't, and all that. And I mean, the Leafs have done that too, where they've clearly had to move on from someone, but then someone's hurt. All right. Let's kick the can down the road. Oh, someone else got hurt. Okay, kick the can down the road a little further. Or maybe you're healthy, so you're at a disadvantage, and you can't hide guys. I think it's going to be a gong show, but it's going to be fun.
Maddie, if you want to bring up the Puckpedia page that's there, this is what I'm referring to. Like, this is a full roster where you do not have any pressure to lose any players. They have Kampf, Robertson, and Thrun in the press box, and then the rest of the roster is filled out with your players, and you have Pezzetta and Cowan with the AHL team. Nobody is pressuring you to lose any guys. You don't have to put anybody on waivers to send them down, and Brad Treliving can just make decisions as things go along, and injuries will happen. Mm-hmm. Somebody will get a chance, and then there's decisions to be made. But right now, it's kind of, we got to make a good move when it comes along, and that's what we'll do. But there's no outside pressure on the roster construction to make a move that we don't have to move.
Right.
I'm starting to wonder about McMahon a bit.
Right. Like, if there's a smart McMahon play, you do that. You know, it's not like we gotta get room for Robertson. We gotta move him out because of his contract and because we'll send him down, we'll lose him for nothing. It's no, the roster fits. They did a good job. Mm-hmm. I think the Leafs did a pretty good job here keeping everybody there. And if McMahon's the guy, if Yarncroke's the guy, whoever it is, that's the one you're gonna trade.
Who do you what do you wonder about with McMahon?
The fit, I'm a little like...
I mean, he didn't start the year on the roster. Well, he was on the roster, but he didn't start the year in the lineup.
No, and he also didn't do like a gosh darn thing in the playoffs. And I was, during the streams cheering for him with pom-poms on, like if he had a decent forecheck. Like, it was really, really moving the goalpost for the guy. He had a great regular season, but like there's an argument that he's like premium Nick Robertson. Right? Like, he had a very good goal scoring season, and then...
But you need...
Okay, what else did you provide?
He's also the lowest paid forward on the league.
Yeah.
Yes, which is why there's zero urgency to move him. Yeah. But I'm not convinced he's going to play every night.
No, not at all. Especially at that cap hit. There's no reason to if you can swap him out and see what you got with the other guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like, this is very clearly like the picture on the screen. They could start with it.
Yeah.
But there's
then-
zero chance they end with it.
Yeah, no, there's no way because teams never do. And then if you go down to the AHL and you see Pizzetta and Cowan down there, you even got like Weber's over there, Murmis and Myers. Like there's options.
Yeah.
I forgot they still had Benning too.
Everyone forgot.
That is a human.
Yeah,
Who they got
Who was
in
played
the
legitimate-
Liljegren trade.
Yeah, who's played legitimate NHL games, many of them.
Yeah, he was recovering. I want to say it was a fairly serious injury. He played NHL games last year.
Yeah,
For the Sharks.
Remember Marshall Raffi just kind of sat around for half a season?
Oh my God, free Raffi.
I think that was a waste of a guy's time last year with Raffi because I'd see him at the skates every time, staying out late, just doing his work, and it felt like send him down at least.
He also got a multi-year NHL contract, having played like 2 games.
Yeah.
So I think he's doing okay.
I don't feel bad for him.
It just would have been better if he was
millionaire.
playing hockey.
Yeah.
But in terms of the team, probably utilize this person a little better.
Yeah.
He has a good life.
I hope so.
Yeah, what is that? 1 point or 775 to just practice every day?
You know what?
Hey, I'll take it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, if
I'll do it. Everyone,
I'll
I'll step up to the plate and I'll friggin' do it.
Yeah.
Pretty chill.
Hey, I shoot right.
Get it to eat at the Leafs restaurants for free.
Oh, hell
come
yeah.
on, dude! Like that sounds pretty great, actually.
Yeah, I'm
Go on
just
the road.
stuff in my face. Hey, Steve, Philippe Myers, and Chris Tanev both got hurt. Oh shit! No, just play shorthanded, boys. It's cool.
I've actually thought about that a little bit. I do think, like, you know how we always talk about, it's like, do you think that I think we had a question at one point, which was like, if you played a shift in the NHL, something like, could you, if you played alongside Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner, could you score or whatever? I think you could die.
Oh yeah, I'll die.
I actually think you could I think you would actually get not get killed in the athletes. Like, I think you get killed. Like, I think you could die.
I ran into
physically
the
dangerous.
biggest player on the ice at Shinny the other day, and the only reason I'm alive is because of him and his quick decision making to not murder me. But if he didn't make the decision to actively not murder me, I would have got hurt. If he had made the decision to murder me, I'm dead. But why would they do that? They want me on the ice.
What's the cushiest job in pro sports in terms of being on a team and you're getting paid millions? What's the easiest?
Andre Vasilevsky or Connor Hellebuck's backup goalie.
No, that's not true.
I
You
think-
you still got to play like 20 games.
Backup kicker for an NFL team.
They're on the practice squad.
Oh, so they're not making.
Yeah, they're not on the roster.
So you're making this
So
difficult.
you don't have a backup kicker on the roster.
No,
So if he goes
like-
down mid game, what happens?
you punter. So you have a punter and a kicker, so the punter would fill in for the kicker
'Cause that
in terms of the game, and then next game you obviously bring in the backup kicker.
Because that's a great job as long as you don't have to do it. Because those are really hard jobs. Like, the punting properly is very hard.
Oh yeah, no, punter's not easy. Like, and then like kicker especially, the game is on the line.
Yeah.
It's all on you.
That's why I'm like, it's great if you don't have to do
no,
it.
that's not a cushy job.
What about any player out of favor with Mike Babcock? Justin Hall, Josh Levo,
Chris
Peter
Chelios.
Holland, Frank Corrado. Your job is you don't have to play.
Bench player on an NBA team is a good one. You're
Like low bench,
like bad, like end of the bench.
you could be making $5-6 million doing that.
Yeah, and sometimes you're going down to the G League, but you get called up and you're playing like once every month or something, 10 days. That's pretty good. Relief pitcher, situational in MLB is great,
Yeah.
but these days they're using relief pitchers a lot more. So it's
Yeah,
not
all of them.
It's not as cushy as like the mid 2000s when you'd show up every like 10 days and pitch like to 2 guys.
Nothing is better than there's an NBA game. There's 3 minutes left. It's a 25-point deficit. And everyone on the court is playing for their lives because this is the only play they're going to get in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to watch.
Could it be?
They don't know the game's over.
Giannis's brother, who's on the roster.
Thanasis.
Thanasis.
He was on the Raptors for a bit, wasn't he?
No, that was
Thanasis?
another one.
No.
He
It
has-
wasn't a Tenakumbo.
He has 2 brothers. I think.
Yeah.
One of the Atenakumbos was a Raptor for a minute. I know that.
Oh.
How many games did Thanasis get into? Let's
It wasn't the Raps, though.
No, I just want to see like how. Oh, he played 34 games last year in the 23-24 season. Didn't play in 24-25.
He's coming up on 200 games.
Yeah, but like the 19-12. Oh, that's the COVID season. I was gonna say you don't play 34 games. You're playing like no minutes. It's not good.
4 minutes
played
a game is what he ought.
4.6 minutes per game.
Out.
34 times a year.
I think mentally that would be really hard, though.
job.
Don't you think that would be hard?
No, supposedly he's hype man.
Yeah.
All my info is from the Jeff Teague podcast.
He has like a great attitude and everything.
Okay.
I think that's probably up there.
What about
for me?
lower level bench player from the Premier League?
Oh.
Right?
Because in soccer,
Because you're not getting in.
You can hide. In
Yeah.
that you just got to run around for a little, and the ball will come to you like
Yeah.
twice.
And,
Well,
you only
that's
play.
good.
You only play when the league is insurmountable, like 2 goals.
Well, and then on the sideline, you know how sometimes you'll see the guys with their little pennies like warming up, like mid game, just to get ready.
Do you know how good I'd be
You're
at
just
high
warm-
knees if
you're
I
a
made that
warm-up
much?
high knees penny guy. That's all you are. And listen, how many substitutions do you really see in a normal EPL game? It's not that many.
No.
And it's usually with 20 minutes to go, and it's usually really good. Hey, we took this really good player out because they might be tired to put this other really good player in who does just as good of a job, only maybe slightly worse.
I'll ask my brother-in-law about that. He played semi-pro soccer in Scotland, and I'd be like, "Can you hide? Hi, all us slobs on the podcast said you can actually hide and not do anything on the pitch. Is that true?
Is that true? Can you hide? I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. I don't. Think
Or maybe.
I don't know that you can hide in like football because as Jesse said, practice squad, right? Can you? I guess you must be able to get upgraded mid game.
No.
You can't.
Like in like American football?
Yeah.
No.
So what happens if a kicker and a punter go down?
Oh, you got to find somebody on your roster to kick. It's happened before.
Okay.
You got to like the safety who's kicked like one time in high school. They'll bring him in to kick. Or
That's
something like that.
which is like when a first baseman pitches, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
So a guy like on my basicest research, Tyler Fredrickson,
For sure, that's a real person.
My favorite player.
as a person who's on Manchester United, he's 20 years old, doesn't play a lot. 19 actually. Two starts all
that's good.
season long, 165 minutes in the 24-25 season.
Let's go.
That's a pretty cushy living.
What's he make? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. Maddie, give me a second to
And you know
pull
what's
up.
so weird about the Premier League? They're like, here's what he makes every week.
Well, he's only
Or every
19, so probably, I don't know, 12 million.
they have bizarro ways of portraying that, though. Like I was like, yeah, he's going to make a weekly salary of blah, blah, blah. I'm like, weekly salary? Give me the fucking year. Like, why are we?
No, it's kind of better.
Why is it better? Tell me it's better.
It's because
I want one number. I don't want to have to do math.
there's something where I'm like, if you gave me a full year and I plotted, I could find a way to spend that amount of money. But when you put it in the terms of he makes $750,000 a week, I'm like, there's no way you could live a million lifetimes, never spend that amount of money. Like, oh yeah, you could just buy a house
Every week.
every week.
$260,000.
A year?
Yep, 260.
That's really low.
260.
I mean, that's great. That's great for us normies.
a 19-year-old, 20-year-old now
but like he
on
makes-
Manchester United.
But he's in the top league in the world.
he played 2 games.
They have no like Nick Robertson got close to league min, right?
All right. Well, this
Top
is
league in the world.
a lot of, I want to say some minor leaguers in hockey.
I like Tyler
make,
Fredrickson, by the way. Go Tyler.
They make
Do we have
more.
a favorite player?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think we found our guy.
This guy?
Tyler. If he gets in,
Please
send us-
Google him. Is everything cool? Is he cool?
Oh no!
What?
Is he milkshake duck?
No. We regret to inform you. Oh dear, oh heaven.
Tyler Fredrickson, he did some stuff.
You couldn't even pick a guy from Liverpool so I can look my father-in-law in the eye?
No.
Jeez.
I like that you did that. So sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
Because there's no
Oh,
like players union league minimum sort of thing, right?
No, like sometimes in the minor leagues or like European leagues or something in hockey, you can actually make a decent living.
Yeah.
But if you are like a minor leaguer in baseball, for example, they're like, here's 6 blueberries and a peanut.
Bologna sandwich.
You're our
And
starting pitcher.
There was a whole thing a few years ago about how they treated guys in like AA who, they would be like sleeping in school auditoriums and stuff
yeah.
like that. It was fucking brutal.
Yeah, and then there's like pro wrestling is kind of the same. Like the top guys make a lot, the rest of them make 6 blueberries and a peanut. And
Tennis is like that.
UFC, just simply no one gets paid. I don't understand how they have fighters.
Yeah, I guess
Like,
I guess
they just
unless they're,
don't
like,
pay them.
The big unless you're one of the big fighters, right?
Unless, like, we're talking a group of, like, 4 people, maybe.
Wow.
And then you make fuck all.
Good business model.
Yeah, oh, yeah, just completely exploit your employees.
Hey, you're giving them the opportunity, Steve.
Oh, yeah. In UFC, though, what's the career trajectory to go to? Is there something higher?
You've given them the opportunity.
In mixed martial arts,
more money
that's
than
it.
anyone.
Why are you so pressed about this? What has happened?
Because I used to like it, and now I hate it because it fucking blows.
Okay. So what's hilarious is our friend Tyler Fredrickson, who has obviously worked his way up through the Manchester system. As you see, he has 4 years with the United team, and then there's some like junior categories he's in or whatever.
Yes.
He will be outstripped by Devin Levi of the Buffalo Sabres, who just signed today. 2-year contract, $812,500. The $500 was important. And so that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised it's that low because look at Devin Levi making $812,000. Now, by the way, a couple years ago, Devin Levi at that number would have been like, well, he's not going to be making that for very long.
No.
Yeah.
But it has not worked out so
Yeah, but he's with the Sabres, so.
Do the Sabres save money because they're bad? Like, is
Buffalo Sabres.
Have they found a market inefficiency because they make all their good players or potentially good players look worse than they are? They can.
This is
save
like
money?
a LinkedIn post.
Yeah.
You know, you can save money at your company. Have a bad company
bad.
so you don't have to pay employees that much.
The biggest mistake they made, you know why they had to pay Connor Timmins so much? He hasn't played a game as a Sabre yet.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you know what? They were so. Here's what finishing last taught me about B2B sales. Right?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. The Devin Levi thing, he is 23 years old.
Wow.
Give him time. There was a lot of expectations on this kid still when he was 21, 22, and we all are like, oh, my Devin Levi's coming. He's going to be a starter and blah, blah, blah. He's going to take Buffalo to the next level. He's still so young. There's so much time for this player to develop into a good NHLer.
They also, for him to take less, they threw in a palm tree, which I thought was nice.
If you are at like 50 career games played as a goalie by like 24, you're like a phenom. It's very rare.
Now, I'm sure Jesse saw it. I asked Steve not to look at this because the Sabres had a huge announcement yesterday.
And I can only imagine how earth-shattering it was because I haven't seen it.
It was something they're like, listen, we've called a press conference.
Oh, shit.
There is shit happening tomorrow. Now, I have the video for Jesse. We are allowed to play the video because it's a press conference, Steve, so don't worry about it.
It's fine.
We don't need to play it with sound. It doesn't matter. But what I want to describe for you is how things are going in Buffalo because people are like, oh, shit, there's a press conference. And even the most cynical Sabres fans like, I'll bite. Maybe there's something.
It's late July. What are we all doing?
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
Like it's already Josh Allen season. Like I'm already seeing great videos of him signing autographs for kids who are crying that they missed out and whatever. And like, but the Sabres had news in Bills season, which is kind of crazy.
Heavens to Betsy.
Now,
can I look?
You can look at the screen.
Okay.
And what you see right now, there's Terry Pegula on the left-hand side in the gray suit. And then I believe that is the CEO of Key Bank. And here's what happened.
You want to play it?
It's their big announcement. Jesse, go ahead, play it.
All right.
Okay.
So
They are.
you got to describe it for the
I guess
people.
you could play it with sound if you wanted to. So they give them the key. So they've got a door behind them. What will the key open in the door? And that key is cartoonishly big.
Wait.
So
the door.
It reminds me of the Kingdom Hearts key.
So they're going to put the key in the door.
Got a key block.
And what are they going to open up? What
heavens.
present are Sabres fans going to get? That's right. For
We
the
got
next
Taylor Hall back.
10 years, the naming rights have been extended to Key Bank Center. Woo! And then there's a handshake. Yeah. Lucky you, Sabres fans. Is it a top 6 forward? Is it a playoff berth? No, it's
the
better.
fireworks.
Oh
they do the
no!
fireworks at the top.
That are above everything, and you can just see like the crappy concrete in the background.
Yep.
Because
Okay.
And you can see the exit sign. There's a fire exit sign.
okay. There's only one reason to do it like this, and that's to make a big fuss for KeyBank because they're spending a lot of money with the Sabres,
Yes.
and that is very good news for
Yeah.
the Sabres. But the reason to do this is to make a big fuss for KeyBank and make them look good. How do you think that went? How do you think that went? How do you think? You got dunked on by the internet for your weird little door.
It's okay.
And fireworks. No, it's not.
It's okay by corporate standards.
Yeah, by corporate standards.
This is par for the course. Everything corporate is so awkward. Like, this reminds me of everything ever done at Rogers. Like,
100%, Jesse. Like,
this is every town hall meeting I've ever been in.
I used to sit there and go, who is this exciting to?
Yeah.
Everything corporate
is Adam
awkward.
is those guys on stage, those executives who think that me holding this big key and opening this door is the greatest thing ever, and look at me.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't want to go home to my wife because I don't like her.
This is I don't want to go home to my wife. Exactly.
That's
true.
these guys.
And I got
And
Coldplay
There's
tickets
none of
tonight.
that in hockey.
Somebody in marketing's like, hey, I have a really good idea. We're going to do this thing. And then he's like, no, I have my idea. I'm going to do this thing. And it's this idea.
Let's
Okay,
get a
so you
cartoonishly
know-
big key.
Then marketing people have better ideas than this, and they never go through because the old fogies want to do this.
You know how we're called Key Bank?
Let's get a key.
Hey, can anyone tell me, he's just looking around the room, what the first 3 letters of Key Bank are? K-E-Y, that's promotion. Everyone else.
Yeah, that
Deaf.
old man at KeyBank there on stage, he's like, I want to hold a key
Now,
and open it.
hold on to this for a second. What I think is missed, and I think some Sabres fans really picked this up, and I have to give them full marks for this, is we have right here in front of us potentially the greatest meme template of the upcoming season.
Oh, no. Oh, my God, you're so right.
Because the key and then opening, and then you could just superimpose anything behind those doors, especially if it pertains to the Sabres.
It
But you
could be
don't have-
positive or negative.
It could be anything.
Like Connor Timmins looks like he's going to win the Norris. You just open it and there's Connor Timmins.
Are you referencing the ones that have already been done, or they open it and there's palm trees?
I haven't.
Oh, no. Have
seen-
they,
no!
have they done that?
Yeah.
No. Are
They're
you
all late
serious?
to the party.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Fantastic.
Now, the other great meme from this is Marty Baron was there, and I've sent Jesse this photo. And he has a KeyBank branded road helmet, and he handed it off to somebody. So Jesse's going to bring this picture up.
What is a road helmet?
Like a when you wear your whites on the road.
No.
You wear, Steve, what color do the Leafs wear on the road?
Oh, you mean like
road uniform? I was like a bike helmet?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a-
I know.
Your
Those
whites.
phrases
Got
are
it.
funny.
I understand. Oh,
It doesn't always have to be racist.
I get
when we
it.
say whites. Most
no,
of the time
that's
it
not
is.
what I was.
Most of the time it is. Most of the time
That's
it is.
true.
But in this case, whites refers to what you wear on the road in terms of your color combination.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
So, Jesse, can you pull that picture up?
1 second.
He's just taking him a second here. Because this one's my favorite. This one, I think, this one's the KeyBank meme thing where you open the door, like that requires a little bit of photoshopping skills.
Okay.
This one, anytime the Sabres do something hilarious,
Yes.
all you have to do
Which is awesome.
retweet that original tweet of them doing something hilarious and then post this picture. And that's Terry Pagula wearing the helmet. That's head of hockey ops, Terry
That's
Pagula.
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. No notes.
It's nice of him to show up during Bills camp. Like, you'd think that he'd be busy, but he managed to be there.
Well, I mean, listen, this is good. This is good news.
That was a joke.
for them. No, I know. I'm trying to be kind
Now,
to the Sabre. Listen. You know how when there's like Coyotes news, like I would leave the room
Yeah.
because it's not news. I will admit when there's Sabres news, I get a little excited now because they're so memeable.
they deliver.
Everything they say is something that can be referenced later.
Yeah,
everything.
Look at this. This is okay. Here we go. What do we got here, Jeff?
Here's the palm tree reveal.
That's so amazing.
People are so funny, man.
Yeah. Honestly, if I owned the Sabres, I would plant palm trees out front.
I can't wait for the trade deadline when they open those doors and it just says like conditional 3rd round pick for like guys who they trade. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Now,
Steve tried a little, and I will do the same. You must do right by your sponsors. KeyBank is giving them a lot of money.
Yes.
So for them to put on this big show on July 30th is fair
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
corporation to do that. It's something to laugh at in the execution of it, but them doing this is like par for the course.
It's not.
They should do this.
It's not Mark Borowiecki, Eugene Melnyk bad.
No,
Like that was bad. This is
like we run a company. We know how valuable your sponsors are. If KeyBank's willing to give you hundreds of millions of dollars and they want a little press conference where you open a door with a key, like that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I don't even know if you make a suggestion as to what to do. I think they just tell you and you go, yep. Now, sounds cool.
Here's the thing with this arena, and Mike Harrington and Matthew Fairburn. So Mike Harrington, I forget what newspaper he writes for. Matthew Fairburn writes for The Athletic. Both reference the fact that KeyBank is one of the, and I hate to say this, Sabres fans, I'm not trying to be mean, like it's not an arena that is up to modern standards.
Well, it's kind of old, isn't it?
It is, I think. I don't even know what its original name was, but it has been around a while. And it's not as though it's easy getting, like the Bills Buffalo almost lost the Bills because they couldn't build something after Ralph Wilson Stadium, and the Pagulas obviously changed that. I wonder in this instance, if they're going to do like major renovations, kind of like what's happening in Toronto right now with Scotiabank Arena, which as a part of that Scotiabank naming package, there was agreed to renovations that were going to occur with that Scotiabank money. And you can see that when you walk in there because there's shit everywhere. And,
yes.
And it's, I think they're a couple years away from probably being finished.
How very Toronto.
Yeah. There's always something under construction. I do think that obviously this probably helps them, but I wonder what those renovations are going to look like, especially after the amount of money the Bills just spent on their stadium.
I mean, listen, it's very good news. I think it's good news for everybody.
Oh, it's great news.
The Sabres get what they want. We get content.
Yeah.
Hooray. Hooray. And by we, I don't mean us. Like, I mean the collective we.
Well, and with this money, they can now sign Devin Levi, which I think is nice.
Hell yeah.
It's good that they got that done.
What a weird, how do you even judge that contract? That's purely guessing.
Yeah, I think that, hey, if he wins 20 games, that contract's a steal.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$800,000? Are you kidding? That's one of the best goalie value contracts in the league. If you can win 15 or 20 games with that, you're laughing.
So wait, I think I was distracted by the fact that something was coming. He signed a contract
2 years.
Yeah.
8125.
When?
Today.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So I thought you were saying, this is what his current contract is. And technically, yeah.
I mean, that is what it's.
That is his current.
Yeah.
Wow.
Current as of a few hours ago.
Very interesting.
Isn't it?
It is. It is. You would have thought. It's funny. Like, teams are making these bets, right, on goalies who have barely played. And there's a really good chance it works out for a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There's Levi. Mm-hmm. Jesper Wallstedt in Minnesota.
Absolutely.
Multi-million, has barely played. Then Yaro Askarov as well in
San Jose.
San Jose. That's right. I still had him in Nashville in my brain. Nope. They got guys.
They have guys. Now
the Levi contract, like it's a contract for your AHL goalie.
Yeah,
like he played 9 games at the NHL level last year.
Yeah,
so many for Rochester. It makes sense that it's not over $900,000.
Who are their goalies? Again, I know they have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
They got UPL and they got Levi in the minors and Alex Lyon.
Okay,
backing up UPL.
I almost wonder if they get another, a vet guy.
Is Alex Lyon not old enough for you?
No. Lyon. No. What I'm saying is those guys are the backups.
That's Stanley Cup champion
then
Alex Lyon.
Inevitably, someone gets hurt, and you have to call up Levi.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is no.
Lyon
Just have a third guy.
I think if one of those goalies goes down, there's an opportunity for Levi.
Yeah,
I think that
you're right.
He's still the future, and I think there's he can back up. There's no pressure on him. You come in every couple of games on the second half of back-to-back. You see what he's got because you got to eventually see what Levi has.
Yes.
Right.
And every team uses 3 goalies.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good opportunity for him.
Yeah. Pretty much.
By the way, Alex Lyon, I'm wrong. Stanley Cup finalist, did not win. Right? Remember, he was the Florida starting goaltender, and then Bobrovsky took over it in the Boston series, and then they went to 3 cups in a row.
32 years old. Not old enough for Steve to be the vet. The KeyBank
not what I meant.
Center. I know. We just went through that.
How dare you?
KeyBank Center, also the 19th oldest arena in the NHL. And
That's not even as bad as I thought.
And they're going to move down the list a little with like Calgary building it.
Yeah.
And you do even count Madison Square Garden, who's like the oldest. So
Because they've had so many renovations. I want to know who are the latest renovations, like the ones that are going through significant changes. Because even Scotiabank Arena, you're like, yeah, it needs it. It's not up to the standards of today. And it was
26 years ago.
It was state of the art 26 years ago. It was amazing.
So the context of them being at 19, it's one of the oldest arenas in the NHL.
How old? How many? When was it built?
96.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It's right in line with like Bridgestone, and the arena they have in St. Louis is like 94.
Scotiabank was 99, wasn't it?
Yeah, Scotiabank's 99.
So, I mean, it's not that different.
SAP's very old, but that's like we've been there, and you wouldn't say that at all.
No.
You know, like that's an older arena than KeyBank, but it doesn't, the way it is, it doesn't feel that way.
SAP's kind of cool because it feels like brutalist architecture from like the late 80s, early 90s. And yet it works. Like there's something about it that you're like, hey, this works.
Here's
really
a giant friggin' shield.
Yeah.
The moment you walk in.
It's huge, and like that entry area is huge. I don't know. I was really like sort of like, this arena you can tell is from a certain vintage and yet does not feel old. Because I think an arena starts to feel old when it feels crowded. Right? When the bathrooms are not sufficient, when there's long lines for things, when you feel like you're packed in. And Scotiabank does feel like that. When you walk the hallways at Scotiabank, it's like I'm bumping so many shoulders.
There are parts of it that feel kind of crappy.
Yeah.
I will not lie.
Yeah. And I think that they ultimately, I mean, if they were to do it today, I think they do it a lot differently. I think they'd make the concourses bigger.
They're undergoing, I know they're undergoing huge renovations. They're going to blow out a bunch of the boxes and make it a little bit more open concept. I don't know if it's going to be sort of like what we saw in the suites in San Jose, where it was a lot of open seating, a lot of open standing area, and there's like places where you can get food and everything, but it's unbelievably expensive.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. There are people who have had boxes for years and years and years. And it's like, we're getting rid of your box. It's gone. But we're going to offer you tickets for what is going to be there after the renovation. And also it costs more. So you're losing all of the privacy that you probably enjoyed because you were bringing clients there and stuff like that. You're losing all of that. And also we're going to charge you more. Yeah. And the person I spoke to was upset.
I've had
them
actually,
to F off.
I've had a ton of I had somebody approach me in the grocery store about how the Leafs treat their season ticket holders and how miserable they were with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like and I know it's so interesting because people instantly think season ticket holders rich person. And I can tell you that not every season ticket holder is a rich person.
No, they're not.
Some of them are normal salaried person who've, instead of getting a new car or buying a cottage, or I mean, those are all rich people things. But but you know, or
this is their thing.
Yeah, it's not a fit. We're not going on family vacation. Our family vacation is our season tickets,
right?
And they're in the greens. But from what I've understood, and the people I've talked to, like 4 or 5 people about this, because one person in the grocery store really set me off, and then I started. They are season ticket holders on the whole for the Toronto Maple Leafs right now are really pissed.
Yeah.
They feel very taken advantage of. I think they raised the prices like $2,000 or $3,000 even on the lowest tickets, which is like, that could be 20 or 30%.
I don't expect people listening to the show to feel terrible for the people losing their box.
I do think it's poor business practice to treat your customers like shit.
Yeah, no, they like the person I spoke to, they've been like a box season seat holder for, I think it was like a quarter century, and they're gone.
I think 10 years ago, we had Richard Petty on the show. Richard Petty, former CEO of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, first CEO of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. One of the things he talked about was how having a second team in the GTA would be probably next to impossible because of the fact that the second arena that they'd be housed in would lose so much money. And before he was involved with the Raptors and then Raptors and Leafs, he was involved as the CEO of Skydome, which is now Rogers Center. And when it was built, it was state of the art, like across the world. It was like a wonder. It was like, oh my God, a retractable roof. That's so unbelievable. And he said that place was near impossible to even break even, right? And I think the way sports economics have changed now, I I think Jesse's constant point
It's my one dream in life that's never going to happen.
about the fact that you could easily support another team here. Like, population-wise, we already know that.
Yeah.
But, like, I think the Leafs having a monopoly on the business side is a bad thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because they really aren't pushed to be competitive in any sort of way. And their closest competition is Ottawa, which is a totally different economic zone, which is like a government, not a lot of a government town, a lot of people not from there coming in for 3 or 4 years at a time.
Their closest local competition is owned by the same owner.
Yeah, and you look at, like, say, Calgary and Edmonton, there's only 3 hours between them. Yeah. Two very different cities in terms of their makeup, but both have lots of money. Both make their money from some of the same sources. It's just that a lot of the head offices are in Calgary and a lot of the blue collars in Edmonton. And they will push each other a little bit. And I think that, you see that a little bit probably with you're going to see that with the Canucks in Seattle, because Seattle's right there and the Canucks don't have a fucking practice facility. I think the long and the short of it is the MLSE knows they can do this because there is no competition. If there is an arena in Hamilton that's been renovated, but it's going to be a CHL one. It's hard for me now, looking at how sports business has changed, to disagree with Jesse.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
Hamilton, for me, wouldn't even be close enough. Like, it needs to be a Toronto team.
You think
I think it needs to be Toronto. Like,
Toronto's an hour and a half away from Toronto.
Yeah.
Right. It's so sprawling and so big. Like, there's room in Toronto for a second team. And I think it would be good for everyone involved, including MLSE, in that it would push them to be better. It would be good for league revenues to have another team in Toronto. It'd be good for Leafs fans, or I guess Leafs fans, yeah, because you'd see across the hall what you can actually do, because I feel like the new ownership would be motivated and do everything the right way. It'd be great.
It would be Larry Tannenbaum.
God,
it would 100%
the only
be
reason it doesn't happen is because MLSE has the pull to never get it done with Gary Bettman and the rest of the owners. They are on the executive committee.
I have a dollar amount for the box seats I was talking about. Sure. So this guy had the box. Now, the one thing I forget is how many seats were in the box, but it was over a dozen. Like, if you've ever been in a box, you know. They got rid of the box. They're going to have a communal seating area now. And MLSE offered him a price of $80,000 a ticket. $80,000 a seat. Times like somewhere between 12 and 20.
Yeah, that's meant for a corporation that can run.
Oh, 100%. This,
no human being is.
Sorry, this is not. Yeah, I don't know Jeff Bezos. Like, this is a corporate thing. But holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he said, "FO," and the Leafs will just go on to some other rich.
Yeah, there's enough people, there's enough money here that they can just move on.
$80,000 per season seat
for the year, not per game.
Yeah, no.
Does that?
Yeah, so it's
41.
gold. It's a Japanese toilet. It wipes your. Yeah, no.
Here's my question too. Can you
get to keep the seat?
Can you sell a seat license? Like, is that a seat license, or is that just? Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you have seats in the actual bowl, you can buy the license to them, right? And that's an asset that you can buy and sell.
I don't know how it works
for the communal space. Like,
I don't know how it works for this, because they're like, we're just getting rid of it. That box you had, it's no longer a box.
That's just under $2,000 a game. It's like 1.9.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
$2,000 every game,
bro.
That's a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the food? I think you'd have to pay for food on top of that.
That I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you do. Because I think with the box seats, you pay your fee, but when you're buying food and alcohol, you get
your food should come with the box.
It should.
I think
there's a lot of things that should happen.
Yeah, there are certain packages. Well, like the Sharks was.
Yeah, the Sharks.
But the Sharks are building fans and community, and the Leafs are like, fuck the community. Let's just call it what it is, right?
Yeah.
They're like, we don't care. We want to make more money. So
I don't know. I think one of the greatest things for the sport could be if Toronto had a Mets and Yankees relationship with two teams. Like, it would be awesome. I know they're not the closest, but like the Angels and the Dodgers, like they're still LA based teams. It's awesome. They got 2 teams. Like the Jets and Giants play out of the same stadium, like in New Jersey out there, like in football. So
Lakers and Clippers
played out of the same arena for so many years, and now they have their own. And that ownership's a great archetype for like, hey, the Lakers are just the old guard and they're doing it the same way and people can't afford Lakers tickets anymore. And then you got Ballmer coming in being like, this is a fan's place. I'm only having fans. We're building a wall for a whole side of arena that's just hardcore fans. Yep. And the same thing could happen in hockey with the Toronto market. And it's crazy that the NHL doesn't see that. Gary doesn't, because of how much pull the Leafs have, that they'd never let it happen.
I wonder, Jesse, if as soon as Gary's gone. It's one of those things. I know playoff seating is going to change as soon as Gary's gone because he's the only one who likes it. But as long as he's there, it's gone. It's not. I wonder if that's one of those. As soon as Gary's gone, we start having those conversations.
Is the next the next commissioner willing to tell Edward that we're putting another team there?
I think there's a deal that you could work out where you say, okay, so the expansion fee for that particular franchise, you get a higher percentage of it because every owner gets a piece of each expansion fee because we are breaking a previous contract.
Also, Ed owns the national rights holder for Canada, and that would be the introduction of an 8th Canadian
which is good for him.
You know, like that's like you outline it. How much money there is to be made with a second team. You're down everybody down the list. The amount of jobs, like people want to work in sports who listen to the show. Another team in Toronto, the amount of jobs. We know
concessions,
MLSE,
marketing, everything.
MLSE isn't great at paying their employees at a good wage across pro sports compared to other teams. Another team that comes in here and has the ability to pay, be like, yeah, like you can work here for a great wage and we take care of you and all that stuff. Like it'd be awesome. So many little things. Unless you're the Leafs, I guess. Yeah. But Adam, the expansion fee thing is very interesting because the expansion fees keep going up.
Yep.
What's the expansion fee for a second team in Toronto?
11 per billion.
Yeah, because you would have a special. Right now, they're saying for a fresh market like a Houston, it's 1.5 to 2 billion. And to put that into context, Vegas was 500 million in 2016 when they entered. And then Seattle was 650 million. And now we're talking 1.5 to 2 billion. If you're the NHL and you're smart, and they are on the business side, the idea that you would have a team come into this market and not pay more, because this is not a fresh market. This is a die-hard hockey market.
Right.
Die-hard NHL market, I'd say, because die-hard hockey would mean that people went to Brampton Battalion games, or not Brampton Battalion, well, them and Steelhead games, right? Like there's
certain pockets of Toronto, the GTA that hockey just goes to die.
Yeah.
And
that's one of them sometimes, unfortunately.
It's got to be a convenience thing.
Yeah. So I look at this and I think, okay, if like Gary Bettman said, if you spun the Maple Leafs off Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment and tried to sell them, the price of that would be $6 to $7 billion, which is what, a lower level NFL franchise.
All right, let me dig in the cash.
Right?
I'm putting in a bid.
So how could it not be $4 million?
For context on the expansion fees for the NBA, they're looking at expanding to Vegas and Seattle, and the rumored expansion fee for those two cities is $7 billion.
Wow.
For each market.
So how could it not be at least $4 billion?
I think it's got to be in that range-ish, right?
No question.
4
and
or 5 billion.
Today. That's not next year.
Exactly.
Next year it's gonna be more.
Yeah, or in 2035.
Yeah.
Listen, enough of this. When does Alan get back? When does Alan get back so we can get the answers?
Steve, the players.
The Seattle basketball team is $7 billion. A hockey team in Toronto's got to be 4 or 5.
Easily.
Like,
yeah, and here's the question.
There's money.
Do you put I think you put the arena in, if you need it in Toronto Central, which I don't think you do, you put it in Etobicoke.
The zoo.
If you need it in GTA, that is somewhere between where I think it should be, like Hamilton and Toronto, I think Burlington is actually perfect.
No.
Because you don't think Burlington's good?
It's too far out.
Mississauga
You've never lived in the West End. It's too far out.
You're right, I haven't. But what about... So Mississauga for me is an interesting one because that... I'm not sure because we've seen teams in lower levels be there and nobody go.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Downsview, where
So you go north.
They did the stadium this summer to that temporary place Rogers built, or I'm doing like where the old Maple Leaf Gardens is.
Carlton?
Yeah,
Another team downtown.
yeah.
That's fucking.
I either want that or you go a little more north. There's probably not.
But it's a Loblaws now.
You got to blow out the tuna section where old center ice was. Put the center ice back. I'm doing that, or you go a little more north, like Downsview.
Whoa.
You know,
Downsview would be sick, except that it's like, hey, there's transit there, and it's like, yeah, but not enough for 20,000 people.
No.
They'd have to build.
They're working on it. They're fixing it.
Oh, sure they are.
yeah?
I bet by 2036 they'll have it fixed too.
They'll do it.
I do think, yeah, you could make a fortune. And you're right, Jess. I think it makes a lot of sense up there too because you're right off the 401.
Let's quit beating around the bush. Oshawa. Just put it right there.
So that's the thing is that in the East End of Toronto, where a lot of hardcore Leaf fans are, the population gets more sparse. That's where, you get out to Durham region, like Newcastle, and the city stops. Whereas you go the West End, it doesn't stop till Windsor.
You want $1 billion idea? Just make a bunch of motels on the side of the highway, like west of the city, like where I can just get off, like I could just rage quit traffic. I'll just get off. I'll sleep it off. Charge my phone. I'm sick of this.
Do you guys remember? We're probably running up on like a decade now, but there was a group trying to do an arena in like Markham area.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch.
I don't hate that. Like, I think you're right, Adam, that the 401 is the key if you're doing up north, is something along the 401, and a Markham area team could work too.
Yep.
Yeah, Markham, even like Vaughan-ish.
It would be fun too. Like the rivalry, like the matchup numbers would be insane in terms of like I think of us in our sense for like a watch along, a Toronto v Toronto.
Yeah.
Or like Sportsnet would be. I can't even begin. First off, it would be hilarious to see Sportsnet try to do it and not show a Toronto bias. Because that would be a national game, even though it's not a national thing.
We have a great feature on the backup goalie for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, we don't like any of these teams. But it would be kind of fun. Wouldn't it be?
The correct answer is the game would be blacked out.
The first Toronto second team and Montreal game. The first Toronto second team and Bruins game. Like there's some really interesting storylines that could happen there. And what colors do you go with? Toronto's traditionally been mostly blue. Even the Raptors thought about switching to the blue and white. The Huskies.
You would think red.
Well, then that's Montreal, though, isn't it? And
didn't stop the Lightning.
Yeah, but the Lightning are. It's like the.
If I watch a Leafs Lightning game with my glasses off, like I wouldn't know who was home.
Why? And also, why did the Leafs allow them to do that? The Leafs gave them permission to do that.
Yeah,
you idiots!
That
and
shade, yeah.
No, I think. Like, could you do like a lighter? The Blue Jays have their light blue color, like the powders.
No,
you can't go blue.
A second Toronto team can't wear
powder blues.
No.
Okay, and I'm not allowing black. We don't need another Utah Mammoth clone.
Right.
That's fair.
And it's funny, too, because you can't do any of the hockey history that's tied to the Leafs, right? So you couldn't do, like, the St. Pat's green or anything like that because that's tied to that franchise. So you'd have to come up with your own thing. I assume, like, the smart people who buy this franchise with the deep pockets got to do something, like, original.
It's like
I'm doing purple or something crazy,
Oh, that's a really good question. I mean, red makes the most. Yeah. They could do green, the color of the Don River.
What's the hockey history in Markham? We got to do something.
Yeah.
there.
What would you do?
Also,
I don't know.
Are we gonna get Steve to drive out to Markham, Vaughan, or Downsview?
He would do
once or twice a year.
Markham. He would do. Markham's near you.
Once or twice a year.
You can get to Markham pretty easily. It's like 20 minutes from where you live.
What? Nothing is 20 minutes from where I live, Adam. Nothing is. Where's 20 minutes from where I live?
Well,
Name one thing.
You can't get to the 407?
I can't get anywhere in 20
Is the traffic that bad?
It depends on the time of day. Yes. Man,
Nothing is 20 minutes.
Nothing's 20 minutes from where I live.
I love the burbs, man. People
Everything's
are like,
at least 45
It rocks
minutes.
to live here. It's like, what can you guys
no.
do within walking distance? Nothing.
No, I can do
you
lots within
kayak.
walking distance.
Steve kayak.
Walking distance is not my problem, and kayaking distance is not my problem.
Yeah.
It is driving distance.
Yeah, nothing is 20 minutes from you.
No.
You need like 45.
Yes. Yeah.
Markham, Vaughan, Downsview, second team. Call them what's your favorite bird?
Oh, man, the belted kingfishers.
Toronto Kingfishers.
Toronto Kingfishers?
Toronto Kingfishers.
Toronto Red Wing Blackbirds? Because there's so
No, you can't say Red Wing.
Oh, damn. Toronto Pigeons. The Toronto Pigeons.
Yeah, down at the Nest tonight.
Toronto Sea.
Because, that'd be the name for the arena, the Nest.
Can we buy...
Oh, the nest.
Right?
Oh!
Yeah. See? And then they do the Kuznetsov flapping the
Oh,
wings.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I think,
And they
what team?
is
Goal
hilarious.
scored by number 91, John Tavares.
I believe there's already something called that.
The San Diego
It was
Gulls.
the Olympic Stadium in Beijing. They called it the Nest.
Oh, yeah, right.
Remember?
Right.
We're taking it.
Yeah.
We're taking it. It's ours now.
I love that. I love that. Okay. I want to bring on a special guest. This guy is somebody I've known for a while. He's intimately involved in the NHL Alumni Association now, but was the Leafs equipment trainer for years and is going to come on and talk about his charitable initiatives. Scotty McKay. Let's bring him on. Right here in the GTA, there's a new registered charity called Progressive Life Center in Ajax. It's changing lives for teens and adults with autism and developmental disabilities. Think of it as a training facility, but also develops athletic skills, develops life skills, work skills, builds confidence. One of the things about autism is it can be extremely lonely, right? People do not relate and interact in the same way as people without autism. And so what's amazing about this is they're training people for the workforce. They're teaching resume writing, they're teaching interview skills, providing on-the-job coaching. They have fitness programs, personal training, because physical wellness is obviously a part of overall development as well. They even have a PLC cleaning crew that provides real job training in commercial cleaning that leads to paid employment for people who would otherwise have a difficult time finding this. And what's amazing is they're going to do a golf tournament. And if you love golf, you can sign up. It's Tuesday, September 16th, 2025 at the Wine Dance Golf Club in Uxbridge. 18-hole shotgun start format. Whether you golf or not, you could sponsor a hole for as little as $500, but you can also register to as a team. Go to progressivelifecenter.ca, or if you want to get very aggressive about the URL, progressivelifecenter.ca/PLC-golf tournament. That's it. Yeah, so it's all in the description. But anyway,
great job, man.
Thank you. I do my best. But anyway, it's worth checking out, and they do great work. Welcoming on Scott McKay from the NHL Alumni Association. Scott, you are, you've got a storied history in hockey. But I think before we get to all that, talking about your days with the Toronto Maple Leafs and that sort of thing, I want to talk about first this charitable initiative you put together, this road hockey thing. Can you tell us everything that we need to know as if we've never heard anything about it before?
Yes. So, as you guys know or may not know, I'm a cancer survivor. And this charity is obviously very close to my heart. I still continue to go to this day to St. Mike's Cancer Clinic to receive treatment monthly. So, I wanted to give back in any way I can. So this is why we've decided to put on the Street Hockey for the Cure, which will be September 13th, like a draft party, Saturday night, and Sunday. So Sunday will be game day, the 14th. Great venue right behind Hotel X on Princess Boulevard. Start finish the Molson Indy, or the Honda Indy, I think it's called now.
Yeah.
So I'd love to have you guys out to check out your hockey skills. I've seen Adam play, and not pretty, but hopefully you guys are a bit better than that.
Much uglier.
It gets worse, actually. It gets significantly worse.
If he's not pretty, then we are very ugly.
Scott, one of the things, so we'll be playing outside, which is pretty cool, right? Like that's
Yes.
all. Yeah. So it's outside in the big parking lots around where the TFC play. Like that's pretty cool. Scott, I think, one of the things that, like our history, Scott and I, is like when I was like 18 or 19, I ended up playing in a charity hockey tournament with Scott. So we've known each other ever since. So well before I was in radio, well before we started this podcast, and we've luckily been able to keep in touch. And Scott, you had I mean, I remember seeing your face on Hockey Night in Canada. You were with the Leafs, head of the equipment staff for years and years and years. And I know you were a rep for Mission for a while and that sort of thing. And, what's amazing is how close those groups of teams that, we grew up with. So your Matt Sundin era, Gary Robertson, Ty Domi and all those guys are all still pretty close. And one of the things that I'm curious about, I don't want to get anyone in trouble here, but those teams had some pretty significant playoff success. And I think specifically about the Carolina series where they were right there, but like everybody was hurt and Alan McCauley was like having the playoff of his life. And, they just couldn't get over the edge. When it comes to the biggest stick in our craw here in Toronto, which is playoff hockey recently, what was it that those teams had that made them so successful? Because they did win a lot of rounds.
Yes. I honestly think here in Toronto, this is pretty, obviously Leafs are still very close to my heart. Mm-hmm. But I think that, just a lot of guys, and I spoke about this yesterday to a friend of mine, there's no more guys that have been in the playoffs in Toronto, which is a very special thing, like Curtis Joseph, like Matt Sundin, Ty Domi, all the names you mentioned. These guys, if nothing else, should be around to show the new guys the way. And when it comes to Toronto, it's a very unique place because Florida, they're a special team, they're talented, but there's really no pressure on them from the get-go, right? It's no matter what, they win the Stanley Cup, they're probably front page news in Florida. But other days, any other day, they're probably back page news in the sports. I know nobody reads paper anymore, but baseball, football are obviously the biggest things there. Even college football, big.
High school even down there.
Yeah. Hockey is not a big thing, so no pressure. Here, it's a pressure pot. And that's why I think like a kid like Max Domi, he does well in the playoffs here because he was born for it. He was taught the way all the way up. So if I could make any recommendations at all to the Toronto Maple Leafs right now, bring some of these guys back. Bring a Matt Sundin back. Bring a Cujo back, Doug Gilmour, Ty. Bring these guys back in a specific role. They don't have to be president of the team or anything like that, but could they advise the president of the team, the president of Maple Leaf Sports? Absolutely. So,
yeah, I love that. And I think it's interesting because, one of the main conversations when the Leafs went out, right? And that the Panthers went on full media troll job, right? Like they did it well. They were like, it's too hard to play there. The media is too much. Is it actually, from your experience, is it actually that much harder to play in Toronto?
Oh my gosh, there's definitely a lot of pressure. Like, who the hell was I, right? Like I was, I did the laundry and, equipment and stuff like that.
You did the hell out of it, though.
I was the best at it. I don't want to brag, but I was the best laundry guy in the league. Yeah, never had a rash. No, never had players complain about their jerseys being stinky.
No staph infections, nothing.
Oh. Yeah, no, I was great at my job. Just ask me. But no, I think like no matter who you are in this city, you can look at this from the saying the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. No matter who you are in the city, if you have anything to do with that team, you're recognized. So I looked at it like as a great thing, and I still do today. Like I owe a lot to what I'm doing today, to who I am, to that. And we did not win. Think about it from that way. If they ever won, these guys would never have to buy dinner in Toronto again. So I think you just have to have the right mentality, whether it be a coach to teach them about mindset. I don't know, but I think a lot of the veterans could, teach them that. Like you basically have to put blinders on here. Don't listen to, the media and that stuff. I mean,
us
idiots. You guys are media. I respect that, but don't listen to criticism. Just play. That's pretty much what you have to do.
Who's the most intense guy to watch a hockey game with, and why is it Darcy Tucker?
Oh my God! No, I think you're wrong there. I love Tux. He's very intense. But, Ty Domi, one of my best friends, and I went to game 1 with him of Florida. He's like, don't smile. The camera's on us. Don't, and it's hard not to get into it, especially for him, his son's playing, right? So he's vested. I mean, not that Tux isn't. Tux is, he's a Leaf ambassador and very intense also. But I went to a game with Ty. It was fun, but not really. But
why does Scotty? Why? Hang on, sorry, Jess. I know you're gonna ask me why. Why does he sit in the crowd? Because you see fans coming up to him going,
That's what I was gonna ask.
I'm sorry,
No.
Sorry,
It's
Jess.
just so strange to see him out there just amongst the regular people.
I'm actually shocked that he does. But I think he's the type of guy that likes the passion. He likes to feel what's happening around him. Thank God he doesn't act like when he played, he probably beat the crap out of any fan that came up to him. But no, he's just, he likes, like, we both talked about the atmosphere of game one against the Florida Panthers. I don't remember. I was kind of in and out of it, like being on the bench and stuff in the playoffs when I was there. But I felt, you could feel that atmosphere. And, I don't know if you guys were there. Adam, I think you were in Maple Leaf Square or somewhere.
Yeah, we were not there, but
I was there.
Oh, Jesse was there.
I was there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
the atmosphere
crazy.
not
No,
great?
100% agree with you. Like, I think this playoffs, Toronto really showed up as a fan base for that arena when the team was playing well. Obviously, when things took a turn and things were going bad on the ice for the team, the fans kind of go that way as well, and you get hostile and they start booing and all that stuff. But when the team's good and they're loud and they're cheering, the fan base is one of the best atmospheres in the league.
There's not a better place in the league. I mean, I would beg to differ that there is. I'm sure, being from Florida or wherever, you might say that your team's the best. Of course you will, but that was an electric atmosphere. A close second to that was the Four Nations Cup, the Team USA game versus Canada in Montreal.
Yeah,
it was insane, like just absolute mayhem.
So you were there?
Yes, I was there. Yeah, lucky enough to be there. That was. And just because I think it was, Canada, US in Montreal. Montreal's a crazy place to watch a game, but that was. I have not seen hockey like that in years.
Who had the craziest pregame routine that you can remember? Do you remember anybody that you're like, man, this is a little outrageous? Like, I can't believe this.
Eddie Belfour was pretty intense. I just kind of stayed away from him when he played. But most of the guys I remember, like a guy like Cujo, they were uncannily cool. Like that's what stands out in my mind. Like goalies, as you guys know, you kind of stay away from. They're kind of doing their own thing. But the great goalies, the Marty Brodeurs, the Cujos, guys like that were always calm. So I don't necessarily remember a guy being really zany with their pregame stuff. Darcy Tucker, he used to wrap gum and, do some, we used to call it the Cocacino, a mix of Coke and coffee. You guys should try it. It's really good to get fired up.
What?
Yeah, the Cocacino. So stuff like that, which
I enjoy not having a heart attack. So.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah,
Did his laundry have a big brown stain on the back? Or?
No. But mind you, these were the days before, like, all the sport drinks, not
right.
When Red Bull was kind of a thing, but guys got pretty amped up.
So okay,
Cocacino.
I've never heard of that.
Amazing.
There you go.
That is so good. That is such a good poll.
You guys can go to Starbucks now and ask for that if you want to get amped up.
Yeah, well, got an idea for a social post for the summer.
When you go look at some of the old footage of Darcy Tucker's eyes, right? Like in game, right? Like that, you can see how that intensity could get ratcheted up. Now,
that explains a lot.
Did he not have a wine out called Crazy Eyes or something, or beer?
Did he? I don't know.
Something.
That tracks.
I thought.
Scott,
idea.
You don't have to name any names, but throughout your career, can you confirm or deny that certain players, and it could have been on another team, doesn't have to be the Leafs, that certain players smoked at intermission?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I can confirm that. Yes. Guys did. It was crazy, and they may still. I don't know. I think the athletes now are too finely tuned, but a few guys did.
Yeah.
And one was on the Leafs, one that I remember quite clearly. And then another guy when I first started in the league in '94, another all-star. I remember him at Old Maple Leaf Gardens gave me money to go get him some cigarettes. I was like, really?
From the concourse?
No, there was a store behind the Gardens I had to go to.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have any weird requests for equipments that you could share? Like, does anybody like anything a particular way? Was anybody super strict about anything?
You know what's crazy? Like guy, he's going to be in the he just got inducted in the Hall of Fame this year. Should have been earlier. Alex McGillney. I have never, ever seen a guy so talented, with so much talent, charisma, whatever you want to call it. But he would go out. Most guys I see, like their sticks, like I used to say tabletop, like the same length, right? Mm-hmm. Including goalies. But Alex McGillney would go out with a stick that's 5 feet tall. The next one's 6.5 feet tall.
No way.
He'd go out and get 2 goals and then come to the bench. He used to call me Scott. So give me the little one. I'm like, dude, just got 2 goals. What do you want to do with it? He'd have 5 sticks out there. And he was also like, he would come to the back like during a game. And we had a bunch of old skates back there. Like guys used to go through skates. And he'd go, can I try those ones on? So I go, yeah, okay. Can you sharpen these? Yeah, okay. He'd wear them in a game. Like, just those were Doug Gilmour's old skates or Gary Roberts insane. I've never seen that.
That's so foreign from the way things are now with how strict athletes are with their equipment and everything down to like the millimeter of their stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't even do that in like our learner hockey.
No,
you guys don't even do that in beer league.
No,
exactly.
Hey, Jesse, can I have your giant Friggoff skate? Wow,
like this guy, and he would go out there and playing in the NHL like one of the best players. He could change gears like nothing with somebody else's skates on or a different stick. Like I remember saying to him on the bench, you got 2 goals, dude. Really? Like, yeah, give me the big one. I'm like, okay.
All right. So I think, what's so crazy about that era that is often forgotten, I think, for Leaf fans is the coach. And, we've talked to Keith Acton about this because we've been lucky enough to work with him a couple times at his Boston Pizza, and he's been so gracious with his time. He's awesome guy. Pat Quinn, for Vancouver Canucks fans, for Leaf fans of a certain era who, watched him play defense, and obviously Leaf fans like ourselves who grew up with him as the head coach for, almost a decade. Pat was, from all accounts, a really special guy. I think what we never get to hear is why. What made Pat Quinn such a great, legendary coach for Toronto?
You hear these stories about when guys walk in a room, they have this magnetic aura about them. This guy, like we're talking, he played, when did he finish playing? 1973 or 74? Yep. This guy had some jam though. Like he would come in often with a cigar in his mouth before, and drive the players crazy. But he would come in and just immediately, there's power, and whether it be a visiting room or a home dressing room. Like he just had jam, as we call it now. Like this guy had it going on. Like everywhere he went, he was very gracious with people, fans, and a good guy too. He let you do your job. Often, sometimes things go wrong. He'd just look at you like, you got this. And, he had a great amount of confidence in his players and the people around him. And he just kind of led. He didn't often say much, didn't have to, but he was just one of those guys that, had pizzazz.
And I have to ask about the coach. One of the coaches that preceded him, who I believe you worked with, was Pat Burns. Did you work under Pat Burns? For
a short time.
And what was he like?
Oh, he was awesome. Old school, tough, like a lot like Pat Quinn, actually. They were very similar. No, he was great. So I worked with Burnsy for a short time, a couple months, and then he would still come in. I think he went on to coach Boston after that. I would still see him. He's just a great guy, like very sharp, very witty. Their character, like the sad thing about today's world is that we don't have any more characters, or people are scared to be characters because people are taking pictures of them or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So both these guys were strong guys. Very, very, what you see is what you got. Like meat and potatoes guys, just, don't mess with them. Otherwise, do your job.
So I'm doing a little math here. You worked with Pat Quinn, you worked with Pat Burns. So I'm trying to figure out when you were with the Leafs. Were you there the night Potvin fought Hextall?
You know what? Was that not on the road?
That was on the road.
It was on the road in Philly.
I was with the team because I can remember Felix coming in. I didn't travel back then, my first few years with the team, but I remember him asking me if I saw it, and I did. And I was like, yeah, that was awesome. I do remember that. Yeah. So I was there.
The anniversary came up. That was one of the best days of my life. Yeah. I wanted to ask about that in the off chance you were there.
What do you think the pop is in the dressing room when a goalie goes like that?
What?
Like how much of a hero's welcome does he walk into?
Oh, guys love that. You know, especially back then. Like Hextall was, as you guys know, a bit of a, rough player. Like for a goalie, he was insane, right?
Yes.
You went in this crease, you're going to get a stick. Often not in an area where you want it, but like he was well known, notorious for causing trouble, and I think guys were kind of happy that Felix handled himself and did it very well in that game.
Steve's favorite player, Scotty. So any Felix Pop fans stories?
Felix is?
Yeah.
Felix was my guy.
Yeah.
Good dude.
And I know that you worked with Doug Gilmour towards the end of his sort of time in Toronto, last 3-4 years and that sort of thing. He, for me, was a god, right? Like that's just what it was. He was so amazing. And when you're 6, 7, 8 years old, you're not looking at like, did he get back on defense, which Doug always did. One thing I think that's forgotten about him in an era where our guys were getting bigger and bigger and bigger was he was technically undersized, right? Like he'd be about Max Domi's height, right?
Oh yeah, guys. About that. Guys were and smaller in scale than Max Domi. Like Max Domi's built a lot like his dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he's thick.
Yeah.
Dougie, not so much. Even you see him now, he's very slight. But to play back then when guys were Neanderthal men and they use, wooden sticks, like it was insane. He was basically getting a 2x4 across his back, across his hands every game. And he rose up to the occasion. And you know what? He's still to this day, to me, one of the greatest Leafs. And, his leadership skills and stuff like that, like he's just a great guy all around. And I'm still lucky enough to talk to him quite a bit. Actually doing a bit of business with him also. It's great. But he's still like, God, another guy that has jam,
Yeah, just a presence. Why was he able to elevate his game in the playoffs?
I think because he was, the undersized guy, kind of under, not very skilled, but undersized, bit of an underdog. I think that's what kind of drove him. And he enjoyed, like he was a great Toronto player because I think he enjoyed the atmosphere. And that's what, I was elating to before. You got to really enjoy the atmosphere in here, take it in, but not take it in too much where it gets to you.
Right. And Scott, now you work with the NHL Alumni Association. I know with this new CBA, there are some changes to and this Alan Walsh would love this conversation because this is one of those things that he was advocating for and had Glenn Healy on the show to talk about this. You're working with Heels with the NHL Alumni Association. One of the things that they've changed in this new CBA is sort of the health program, right? The healthcare program and that sort of thing.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about why that's important? Because I think generally people don't understand that whole system, and I'm just curious to hear your thoughts on that, on the new changes there, because players used to get kicked off this healthcare program if they had a bad year financially, and then never be able to get back on again.
Well, you're kind of right there. So when you're done playing, I think you pay into the healthcare program. So when you're done playing, I think you have 2 years of it. And it's a great benefit program. So what happens after those 2 years, you're eligible to, somewhat buy it out, but it's very expensive. I'm not sure on the exact figures, but I think it's between $3,000 to $5,000 per month. And for an insurance program, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
Right. Especially if you're not playing anymore. So some guys are lucky enough to have enough money to keep that program, but a lot of guys aren't. Right. Wow. So that's what I think is important in this new CBA is that healthcare is coming for these guys that can't afford to pay it. And a lot of these guys, put their butts on the line for these teams. And to me, that should be taken care of for the rest of their life.
Yeah, absolutely. And what other things are you guys working on with the Alumni Association? I think a lot of people don't know what it is and what it does and why it serves the community so well.
Just in general, help players transition from the game and then carry on with life after hockey. A lot of guys, some guys choose to stay in the game Some guys don't, and some guys are successful, some aren't. So the basic thing with the alumni is provide, assistance for these players to make the transition from the game smoothly, life transition.
Right, because all they've done their whole lives is hockey.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard. Well, Scotty, listen, we are excited to kind of talk about this, and I'm hoping in September, you and some of the guys that are involved in this will come back on the show early on and talk a little bit about your time and talk about obviously help promote it. But the link to sign up for this is in the description and to donate and that sort of thing. Scott McKay, thank you so much for joining us today. It's nice to finally have you on, man.
Thank you, guys. It's been a long time coming, Adam.
The Presser. SDP. The Steve Dangle Press Conference.
First question comes from Michael to Steve. What is your white whale bird? Not in terms of hatred, but as a goal to see/hear. Both realistic for the GTA region answer and perhaps a worldwide lifetime goal.
Oh, worldwide's got to be Articuno.
Stop.
That's what.
What's your actual answer?
That is a very good question. Manny and I were sort of talking about this before the show, but it's so rare to just see an owl in the wild. I think I've seen one. So I would go with a great horned owl because they're big as shit.
Never seen an owl in real life?
I've seen one.
And out in the world?
One,
That's
and
crazy.
I was driving and I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't I wonder what kind of owl that is. I was just holy shit, what's that enormous bird in the sky? Mm-hmm. So I'd owls.
I've
go with
personally
great horn.
never seen an owl. Adam, have you ever seen an owl?
I think I have, but it would be oh, there's an owl and it's half a kilometer away and it's this big and I haven't, I think I for sure have seen them fly out of trees or something, but never where you're close enough in. Great horned owls, half a meter tall.
Yeah, they're very big.
Wow.
That must be what I saw then, because it was the
boys.
the size of a bike.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And it's not my white whale. I've seen a million of them, but I look forward to the next time I see a loon. They're
the best.
They're God's gift to whoever sees.
I think seeing a loon is cool, but seeing one swim by you is the coolest, and I have seen that.
Oh, I haven't had that.
I've seen them where they dive under, they can dive for a couple minutes or whatever. What's cool about loons is sometimes you get to see them swim through the water next to your boat or something, and I have seen that, and that's neat.
Penguin?
A penguin in the wild would be friggin' an emperor penguin.
It also probably means you're in a weird, cool place.
What are you doing in Alaska,
Yeah,
Steve?
yeah.
What are you visiting? What is this?
No,
Wrong
just down
direction.
south.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna reference your favorite goaltender ever.
Phoenix Copley from North Pole, Alaska.
North Pole, Alaska, but other direction, South Pole. What do you do in the South Pole? Seeing a penguin?
I think you're just doing South Pole things. You're going, look at all this cold stuff.
Do you think the Merlin app can track a penguin?
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about. I was obviously at the zoo the other day, and I was like, "No, this is cheating.
That's
It's cheating.
Yeah,
It's cheating." So I didn't.
shooting fish in a barrel.
I didn't put it in.
Okay. Next up, Numbage TV writes, saw this debate pop out recently. Want to know y'all's opinion. Between Patrick Kane and Yevgeny Malkin and Joe Pavelski. So Malkin, Kane, Pavelski. Who do you rank higher in the NHL all-time best list?
Joe Pavelski is one of the most underrated players of his generation, and does not belong in the conversation with those two players.
No, it does not.
He's absolutely unbelievable. Simply no. It's between Malkin and Kane.
Are we talking? So it's based on best, but if we're talking about classifications, is it them at their peak, or is it them
Their
longevity?
careers.
Because I think
Careers.
career-wise, because of Kane's injuries, I would give it to Gino.
Gino had so many injuries, though.
I know, but Gino maintained, I think, a higher level of play after them. And I think the nature of Gino's injuries are different than the nature of Patty Kane.
They both got 3 cups.
Kane's having a bit of a Corey Perry trajectory almost.
Except that he still scores 60, 70 points, right? He had a good year in Detroit.
Wait, so who are you arguing with about the injury stuff?
I think
And the longevity? Because they're both
busted.
still going.
Yeah, they're both still going, but they're also both like busted.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're both on kind of the same similar time.
Crazy hard miles. Okay, this is crazy because I'm pretty sure Malkin has a Hart Trophy,
He does. Yes.
but I would argue Malkin was so rarely the best Penguin, like over the course of his career. Whereas
because of Sid.
Kane, there were a lot of years.
Every year.
It's between him and Taves, and arguably Duncan Keith at certain points. But he was very often the best player on the Blackhawks. So probably Kane.
They both got one Hart each.
Kane was 2013, right?
They almost have the same amount of
Kane's
points.
15,
too.
16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has Kane has a Conn Smythe in 2013.
Malkin
has a Conn Smythe in 2009. Malkin has a Calder. Kane has a Calder. They both have 3 cups, like I said.
Wow.
Malkin has 2 Art Rosses.
Yes.
Patrick Kane has 1 Art Ross. The numbers, the like counting stats and the trophies are very similar.
Damn. It might be Gino then. The reason, again, so you're looking at the resume. I'm like, well, who was better?
Let me give you the all-time points.
Okay.
1,346 for Malkin.
1,346.
1,343 for
That's
Patrick Kane.
Crazy.
But Malkin
How many
did it
games?
in about 800 less games. Malkin played
800 fewer
80,
games?
80 less games. 80 less games.
80 fewer less games. Sorry, 80, not 800.
Okay.
Math. 12-13 for Malkin and 1,300 for Kane.
I also give Malkin a slight edge because he's got more goals.
What are the playoff numbers like? Because they're both
Playoff number.
crazy playoff performers.
We got in 143 playoff games for Patrick Kane. He's got 53 goals, 85 assists. That's 138.
Wow.
And then Malkin in 177 playoff games, 180 points.
So better PPG.
Dude, the numbers,
Barely.
the resume
Yeah.
game, but the edge goes to Malkin. The difference is Crosby was like almost always better.
Mm-hmm.
And Kane didn't exactly have that. But he did have Taves.
He had Taves.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but he didn't have Crosby. And Crosby and Taves are different.
Yeah.
I do think I give it to Gino. I stick with Gino. He's got more goals in less games. I know that's more his play style. But I think slight edge. The other thing I want to look at here, guys, and this is where the injuries come into play, is when so Patty Kane is going into his career like number 36 in terms of his age, right? He's going to be 36. When Malkin was 36, after all of these injuries, he still had 83 points.
That's crazy.
Right? Patrick Kane last year, 59 and 72. But I think in terms, where I'm going to give him the edge is the longevity.
Very good.
Yeah, but it's not
59 and 72 is very close to what Malkin
It's not
did.
83 and 82.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just simply not.
Pavelski, putting Pavelski in this conversation is just not fair.
Oh, no. We've done
And also,
did that.
Gino's
He
the center.
doesn't have any
You did that.
hardware. Like,
Yeah, no. What
This is
Pavelski? We already
it's a two-man race. You
we left
established that.
Pavelski in our dust.
Yeah. We don't need to regroup on that. I'm personally giving it to Malkin. My vote goes Malkin, Kane, Pavelski. I think, Adam, you're landing on similar.
I think Malkin, Kane, Pavelski.
Steve, where are you landing?
Malkin by the slimmest of margins.
Pavelski, Kane. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, well, one's a former Shark.
I love it's so funny, because there's going to be a bunch of Dallas fans and a bunch of Sharks fans who are like, oh, but Pavelski's fucking great, and we played in the Southwest and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I get it, but like, no. Simply no.
Zero argument. That
Context, people.
He is one of the most underrated players of the 2000s.
Here's the best
and
way.
He's still not close.
Here's the best way to judge it. At their career peaks, if any of those players have been traded for each other, would there have been a team that lost the deal?
Yeah.
And there's your answer.
Malkin for Pavelski. What?
Yeah. Kane for Pavelski at his best. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
2015.
I don't think anybody reasonable is going to confuse what we're talking about. Malkin and Kane are just a step above. Nobody's saying Pavelski's bad. It's not the same tier of player.
So here's my question. All right. Okay. Best Leafs defenseman in the last, say, 25 years. I'd say like you have like Yuskevich.
Oh man.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
You
It's
maybe add a Chris Tanev in there.
Sure.
And then Connor Timmins.
Yeah. Well, like
It's like a little bit of a there's a gulf.
or Timmy Panarin. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Trade him for Connor McDavid.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I
not
think
close.
we don't. Yeah. I thought we.
I wanna do this all day.
I thought we were
Here,
moving
wait.
on from the.
Here, wait, I got
Pavelski
another
thing.
one.
All day.
And then
I'll do
Steve
this
tried
all
to
day.
regroup on it, and then Adam joined in on
No,
the Pavelski
I gotta-
thing,
we gotta get
and then
on
you guys
this.
start doing comps. What the fuck is going on here? Next question. Let's do actual comp question here. This is from Riley Miller Davis.
Joe Pavelski.
Who would be your best comp for Easton Cowan?
Joe Pavelski.
I
Do
mean,
you guys have an Easton Cowan comp?
we don't know yet, but the one I heard from somebody who really knows their stuff and watches a lot of London Knights hockey is they're like, if he becomes Travis Konechny light, then
Really?
that's what that is what will be. Because I think there is it's listen, that is really good.
Yes.
That's really fucking good.
Yes.
But the idea that he's going to come in and be Mitch Marner, I think some people have that in their heads for some reason, and I think there
Do they
needs
have a
to be an
similar
adjustment.
skill set? Marner and Cowan?
Kind of. But
yeah.
like junior numbers are not apples to apples. Like he probably does not have the offensive gifts of Mitch Marner. He might be a little more tenacious.
Mitch Marner, who's like a top 15 player in the league. Like,
Yeah.
these are big expectations.
For his position.
This is
as
why
well.
I
Yeah,
want-
no, it's completely unreasonable.
That's why I
Like,
want people to adjust them.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
trying to bring it down. And listen, if I'm wrong and he's better than Travis Konechny, dunk on me all day. I want that.
That's a good thing.
I think that's great.
Marner
but I'm
also
just saying,
played-
like, be conservative here.
Marner played one extra year in junior and killed everybody. And Cowan played 2 extra years in junior and killed everybody. Like, so you're comparing Cowan at a year older to, yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Those, like, when you're watching the draft and stuff, and they'll do comps, and it'll be like, you know, this guy's a mix of Crosby and
I hate
Tate.
And Henry
you know?
Yoki-Haru.
And then
Yeah.
and then you're like, what is going on here
Yeah.
with these comps?
The Cowan Konechny stuff I can see.
Because he is a bit of a bastard, right?
Well, just looking at the number, he's
Like,
a bit of a bastard. And also, Konechny is a player I've talked about for years because I'm like, you don't need to be big to be a complete petulant, pesky asshole.
yeah.
Like, Konechny is listed at 5'10", $192. Like, he is ordinary, like, in terms of size. But he's a really talented offensive player who's a bastard with a bit of a slant towards playmaking. Like this past year in 82 games, he only had 24 goals. I mean, 24 is it's good. But
yeah.
I mean, the Flyers are ass, though.
24 goals,
52 assists.
Damn.
Like, right? Like
That's
that. I think Cowan would be more of a playmaker. Off. I mean, why didn't we land on
What?
Kadri?
What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at you because you're like, what?
I'm
Like,
struggling.
You're trying to get the sentence out, and it's just funny to see you cut yourself off before you even said it.
Kadri in junior was a playmaker.
Right.
And when they sent him back, they're like, no, you got to figure out the whole goals thing. And that's kind of what he was for his first little while in the NHL. And it wasn't until like a few seasons in, he finally kind of got over the hump and started scoring in the 30s. So I could see somewhere. I mean, there's something that he needs to bring to the table, and that's be an asshole. Like if the two names we're bringing out are Konechny and Kadri, you need to be someone who throws other players off their game.
Yeah. However that is.
And
he is
those are
a
two
gritty
guys.
player.
Those are two guys who are not Adonises. Like Kadri was criticized for the shape he was in.
Yep.
He's not particularly tall. He's not particularly heavy. Same with Konechny.
You know what I could say too? Easton Cowan has the potential to be the most popular Leaf in the way that Matthew Nyes has the ability to be the most popular.
Be a dick. Just
People,
work.
like there was a time where you could probably honestly say Darcy Tucker was the most popular Leaf.
Probably. Or like second behind Sundin.
So you don't have to be the best player. Sometimes it's the heart and soul thing.
Yes.
And Easton Cowan could be the best player one day, but I'm just saying, like, if he's not, I'm not going to be upset about that. I want him to come in and be a strong top six forward that pisses other people off.
Listed at 6 foot, $185. Like, there's a little room to grow there. He's not going to be. You do not need to be huge to be beef.
Seth Jarvis, man. He's not beef, but he's not big.
I would say he's on the bigger side of average.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. What other questions we got, Jess?
Okay, so do you want, this is a choose your own adventure thing.
Oh, I like this.
Do you want a negative Nancy Leafs take?
Not
or
really.
do you want a weird food take?
Weird food.
Weird food?
Yeah, how negative is the negative Nancy?
If I say it, then you pick that one. Which one do you want?
So
Are you intrigued?
is it Drew level food take? Because I'm so poisoned now with food takes because Drews are so outrageous.
Which one do you want?
Now we got to do both.
Yeah, we got to do both.
What are you picking?
Food first.
Okay, so this is from Riley.
Oh, yeah.
Riley says, can you rate my Taco Bell order? They ordered the loaded beef nachos. Peak. I don't know what that means.
I love this.
It's in this like small container. It doesn't look the most appetizing, to be honest. I don't eat Taco Bell.
Riley, what is this?
I don't eat Taco Bell very often.
What's going on?
If ever. They have just nacho chips, shredded cheese, salsa, onions, beef kind of like sauce.
Riley, that shit looks like you need to close the box and shake it.
I think you might spend some time on the toilet after this.
Yeah.
So the question was, rate it. So out of 7 taco shells, Steve and Adam, what are you rating Riley's Taco Bell order?
Because Jesse's being weird and let him be weird.
3.
It's the last episode. Hey,
I'm not being weird. This is Riley's order.
Can I throw this at you?
What do you want to rate it out of?
You know my take on nachos already.
Oh yeah, you hate.
I don't even like
give
nachos.
this a 0.
So I will give this. I'll give it a similar order to. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 7, so just slightly under Steve. Because if Steve, a nacho fan, does not like this, then me, not a nacho fan,
I didn't say I don't like it and won't eat it.
Maddie, what is your?
I'm just
what is your
little
take?
piggy at the trough.
You can make this at home.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Go to Taco Bell. You want to get like the, what is it? Supreme Crunch? I don't know. I've never eaten
Supreme
there.
Crunch
But
wrap?
the Gordita Crunch or whatever the thing is. Oh,
yeah.
so
Get something
good.
you can't like make easily.
There's only $4.73, which seems pretty good value.
It is.
Nacho.
They shouldn't even give you that in a box. They should just dump it in your car. Like, just grab a fistful of it and dump it in your car.
On your seat?
On your seat, in your lap.
Ew.
Here, take your slop, pig.
All right.
And I will say, oink,
Are you
oink,
happy
and
with your choice now?
Yeah.
Are you happy you went with that over?
Okay, now I want to hear the negative Nancy Leaf take so we can kind of.
Okay.
It's like, is it that negative or is it something we might say? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Here we go.
This is from Joe McCoy. When are you going to face reality? Oh, Joe. This year's team is markedly worse than last, and the team is on the decline.
Mark, his name is Mark Mark _ in Fairport.
Fairport, yeah. Joe McCoy.
I'll face reality when reality shows up. It hasn't yet. It's July. Like, I'm not gonna viciously fight you in July. We're both talking out of our ass.
Fight him.
Fight him now.
Joe, you friggin' dude. You look like one of the guys from Jaws.
I don't think that's him.
I don't know.
That is probably the guy from Jaws on the boat.
No, I think it is the guy from Jaws. Is that the name of the character? I don't even know him.
But also,
I was born in the 80s.
Steve.
Anyway,
why do we care what his Abby looks like?
because I don't care about his
Answer
question.
the question.
Listen,
You asked for this question. You said I had to do both.
You did need to do it.
here's my thought. Neat opinion.
Adam.
We'll see.
Adam.
I don't think anybody's argued that the team's on paper worse. Has anybody argued that on this show? No one has said it's better.
They're not done,
Yeah.
and they've played no games.
Fight him, Steve. Get him.
No, I've gotten older and I've learned to conserve my energy. I conserve my energy.
Why do you want to spend time with your children when Joe needs an answer to his question?
When are you going to face reality?
That was the funniest.
Why are you talking to me?
Yo, can we make that
why are
a
you talking to
t-shirt?
me like that?
Why are you talking to me like the person who's getting fed up at the zombie survivors camp?
Can we save this
The
question?
world is not coming back. When are you going to face reality? Martyr's not coming back. He's out there. He's one of them now. Like, what is
Yo, when
That's a really. You sound like somebody in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Trying to convince the cohort that, like, the world is ending.
we got Nick Waugh, and you think we're gonna be all right? We're alone.
Who's the Walking Dead dad that everybody mocked for like a century?
the sheriff guy who's talking to the kid? Yeah, what
And
the
he,
fuck is that name?
And he like cried in front of his son.
Carl.
Carl.
That's the name of the son.
Carl, yeah.
Yo,
I forget.
Steve, can we save that tweet? And the reason I want to save that tweet is
I already deleted
I'd
it.
like to face reality after every month this season. It's like, and just be like, where are we at in the reality?
Yeah,
Face reality,
reality.
Steve. It's October 31st.
I can't
Take
wait
your
for them to
dumb
be.
Halloween makeup off and tell me the Leafs are better now.
They're gonna be first place on Halloween. When are you gonna face reality? All those Leafs in the barn, they're not coming back.
We should just have a shirt that says "Face Reality" on it.
Face reality.
And it's your face.
And I want a sequel to the shirt that doesn't say face reality. It's just his display photo. And everyone will know. Everyone will know what we're referring to.
The dad is Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
The son is Carl.
Why does he cry? Like, what is that conversation about? Did you
Because
guys-
his wife died.
Yeah.
and is it the kid's fault?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's The Walking Dead. The world is ending. But they always have those funny the Carl Rick Grimes meme template. This is one of the classic ones. So it's Carl and Rick. And it's always like the worst dad joke. So Rick's looking at Carl, this is the moment in The Walking Dead where he tells him like their mom died and he's like really sobbing. But in the meme template, he goes, "I named my iPod Titanic." And then Carl goes, "Dad, stop." And then Rick goes, "It's sinking."
Dad, please stop.
And then
Dad,
Carl's
stop,
like, "Dad, please stop."
That's an old meme, but I'm glad you dusted that off. That was a real good one.
These were the memes that were going on during that era of The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Like this was
Yeah.
our high bar meme content.
Oh, I
Not
missed
just
some-
heart, it's lungs. Could a person do that? Could a person survive that? Sorry. That's what he's talking to me like.
Steve-
When I forget the name of the character, he just rips open the barn and starts capping all the zombies. He's just capping all the walkers. When are you gonna face reality?
By the way-
Martyr's not coming back. And he's never coming back.
Can we please have, if you're listening to this show right now, and by the way, it's our last episode until right after Labor Day, because we come back.
When are you gonna face
Tuesday.
reality? We're not coming back till September.
The Tuesday after Labor Day.
I need you, if you're a true SDP fan, I need you as much as you possibly can when you're asking us questions, including in the watch along chats, tweets, Discord, whatever it is, however you reach us, to start every question is, when are you going to face reality?
Don't do that.
And then finish it with whatever mundane
Dude,
question you have.
I yelled myself into hiccups. I have hiccups right now.
When are you going to face reality?
When are you gonna face
You
reality?
need to pick up Tylenol on the way home. When are you going to face reality? You're going to have to get an oil change.
Nick Robertson's going to get traded tonight. When are you going to face reality? He is not coming back. He's gone. He's a shark now. You'll never see him in a Leaf uniform again.
The analytics community and Timothy Liljegren. When are you going to face
When are you going to face reality? He's a guy. He's a random man. He is no longer a 17th overall pick. That is a person. That is a random tax-paying adult.
There you go.
All right.
Were you guys fans of The Walking Dead? Because I was, and the whole thing with The Walking Dead is supposed to be like Young and the Restless or The Bold and Beautiful, and it was supposed to go on forever.
Yes.
And it's supposed to be just the world, and then the characters would recycle because it's a 30-year show that can just keep going on. And they failed with that mission because it came to an end in like 22.
And they did
Kind of
spin-offs
is,
though, right?
Like
They do
yeah,
have
they're doing-
spin-offs and that sort of thing, but it fell off so far
Yeah.
that I stopped watching around, I think, like season 4 and that sort of stuff. But were you guys fans? I was through the first half of it.
I love zombie stuff, and I never got into it.
It's just sort of, I don't know. It didn't change enough for me. Like Breaking Bad had the decency, and I know they're not the same show, but it had the decency to be like, this is how long we are. It's actually the perfect length of a TV show. The perfect length. And,
Yeah, great.
And we're done. At the end of this, it's done. We're not going to be around. It's not too short. It's not too long where it got bad. Game of Thrones.
Oh,
It was almost there.
well, they just
Steve, you didn't even watch Game of Thrones.
I have
just
consumed
know
enough of it on TikTok.
You just
that
know
I
the
have
context of what
essentially
happened.
watched it. No, I have.
liar.
No,
You
haven't.
Jesse, I have had it narrated to me by a man.
Maddie's
on
dying
TikTok
right now.
who
Maddie
has
is
told
dying.
me enough about the plot
Maddie's
that I think
my
I know
God.
it.
She's
dying in
a
a
fan
hand.
of the show.
never
I had a
fucking
video
watched
game
it.
above the clips, and I understood. Maddie's eyes are closed.
Maddie's going.
She's
on
considering
vacation
quitting
after this.
right
She's
now.
leaving.
Maddie's done.
She's ready to go on vacation. She's going away to Europe for another month, eh? She's just,
Good for her.
yeah. You're
Still
working.
working.
So what?
I'm still working for you guys though.
On what?
On summer content.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whatever
there you
Jesse throws at me.
oh, cool.
We need to bring something up, and I knew this was going to happen because it always does. I'll play this here.
No.
I'll play this.
Oh, no.
Done. I'm asking another question. Last question. Maddie, pull
could
this
be
up.
the
If
second.
this is from Miro for Norse. If every player in the league right now is in their prime, which team wins the cup?
This is a great question.
This is a fascinating thought experiment. Who are you guys?
Can we
Think about it a
actually
little.
save that
I
as a
have-
topic for
Who-
next show?
what the
Because I'd like to look at that.
Sure, we can come, guys.
Can we
think about it a
actually
little.
save that as a topic for next show? Because I'd like to look at that.
Who are you guys?
Can we
think about it a
actually
little.
save that as a topic for next show? Because I'd like to look at that. How many times are you going to replay that?
Who are you guys?
Can we
think about it a
actually
little.
save that as a topic for
What's
next show?
happening
Because
right
I'd
now?
like to look at that.
What did you just say there, Adam? After I played it 4 times.
I have an answer.
No, but what did you say last
Oh,
time?
I was going to lead.
Jesse, I missed it. Can you play it?
Did that come up as a topic in the show?
It didn't.
It didn't.
Sorry.
Did it lead this program?
It did not.
No. Whenever we do this, and you're like, save it for next episode, we never get to it.
Well,
And
I
feel
tell
bad for the
you-
listeners who look forward to things, and then we never deliver.
That's fair. That's fair.
I have an obvious answer.
I have an
I
answer
think it's
too.
a very obvious answer. Well, what's yours?
My answer is the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, shit. That wasn't my answer, but that's a very good one.
So let's, and I want you to imagine, you'd be like, oh, but their goaltending would not. Tristan Jarry at his best, 34 wins, 919 save percentage, 242 in 21-22. That was the last year they made the playoffs. I think the Pittsburgh Penguins are easily
Letang, Malkin, Crosby. Oh, shit.
Letang, Malkin, Crosby, Carlson.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Rust.
damn. That's the answer.
Yeah,
Damn, that's the answer.
it's the Penguins.
Well, I'll give you a good one then?
Yeah.
The LA Kings. Drew Doughty, Anze Kopitar,
At his best,
Corey Perry, who they just signed.
Hart Trophy winner.
Yes.
But he's in LA now. That's going to be weird.
Right. And to a lesser degree, Philip Deneau. At his prime. Yeah. Right?
But like their goaltending for me, it's like Kemper at his best, I think. Yeah.
Kemper at his
he's-
best might be now.
right now. He was very good.
Shit. Pittsburgh is the clear answer. Damn. Yeah. No.
think
Good.
Jesse,
I think it might still be the Florida Panthers.
I think you might be right.
Shit.
I think
Oh
so.
my God, because then Marchand's even better.
It's the Florida Panthers that are right now who are the best, but you get everybody at their best.
Bobrovsky might arguably be better.
Yeah. Well, you take like last year's Pavelski, you
Yeah.
know, or just wherever he is at his peak. It might be the Florida Panthers still.
Shit. Do you count?
The Pittsburgh Penguins is a very good answer.
Yes.
I think it might be them.
Would have been better.
At least it would be a good Eastern Conference final between the two of them.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Is prime? Like, are the 2025 Panthers beating the 2016 Penguins?
I think they might.
I don't know. I don't know which team I want.
What rule book?
Current one.
Current. I think they might just because I think they're so mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Kings are a great answer, too. That's a good one, Steve.
Yeah, it's not better than Penguins, though.
One other team I was
Shit.
considering was the Lightning. Like, if you're looking at
Hedman.
how much of the pieces of the Cup champs are still there, and
McDonough.
take them at their peak, you know?
McDonough's
But
peak was awesome.
They have lost a lot from those teams.
If it was
Vasilevsky.
going into a season, like not last season, but the season before, and we had this question, and Stamkos was still there, and then I think yes, right?
Yeah.
It's just without Stamkos, and when he was scoring, he scored 60 goals at least once.
Once, yeah.
So if you could get that 60-goal performance out of him again, and put him on that Tampa team, sure looks pretty good,
Oh, shit.
right?
Damn. I love that your answer is Pittsburgh, and it's the right one. I think that's very funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we're drafting it, Pittsburgh's the 1 seed.
Yeah, I just don't know how you.
It's Crosby, Malkin, Jari, who is Cup champ.
And Rust, who's an animal in the playoffs, and I don't know.
Letang, as you said, Carlson, as you said. It's Pittsburgh as the 1.
Ryan Graves,
This is the one.
as I said.
This is the one game where keeping your team together for too long actually works.
It's great.
in your favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
All traded away Cup champs, Buffalo Sabres.
Oh shit.
Easily.
That'd be crazy. Yeah. Nice arena deal though.
Yeah. Keep
And
it.
memes.
All right, I'm out of questions.
All right. Okay, well, listen, everybody. Your VIP episodes are still going to happen throughout the summer, so if you have not yet subscribed to VIP, you should. Steve, why are you sleeping?
Oh, I was just making.
Oh, you bored of me? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
We are going to take
Excited to leave.
the next few weeks off,
Joking.
and then we are going to come back with a vengeance. We're gonna face reality in September. When are you gonna face reality?
When are you gonna face reality?
The day after.
That it's over. It's done. This is the end of the episode. There is no more. When do you go look? Go look on your timeline 5 minutes from now. Is the show still going? No, it's not. And it'll never still be going. It's over. It's done. Forever. That's its lungs. Sorry.
For anybody
I'm just
wondering,
remembering quotes
if you're
from the
watching
show.
this episode, or if you're listening to this episode, Steve was dry humped by the seagull that Jesse brought.
That's
in.
not what I would call
Yeah.
that.
So anyway,
Leo's going to love that. Leo or Isla?
Leo.
Okay.
He is stronger. That is what I've learned about siblings so far. He will simply take it.
all right, guys, we love you. We hope you have a great rest of your summer. Wow, I can't believe we're here.
We did it.
End of the season. Wow. Claps to everybody. Remember, sign up for VIP. You're going to get an episode each of the next 4 weeks, and then we will be back the day after Labor Day. What day of September is that? I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but it's one of those days.
When are you going to face reality?
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.